Alright, this is my 55-gallon grow out tank. I got it at Petco, dollar per gallon sale. It's basically taken the place of the 46 bow front, which is now in my daughter's room. I've also separated the red empresses. Basically every red empress you see in here is a male. He has some sort of color to him. There's also, I just have like 2 or 3 little males up top in my daughter's room upstairs. But I've also added some different ones in here. Some, of course, my live fish direct fish, as well as my local fish store. I got this deepwater hap, the lemon jake, as well as a Lawanda, which is, well, he's in there. If he pops up while I'm doing this, I'll show him. Now I have a few other fish in here. Got my otter point from the 125 I brought in here. Basically brought in here just so he could actually grow out a little bit. Even though he's a pretty aggressive fish, he holds his own, wasn't getting bullied. I just wanted to put him over here by himself with some smaller fish and see what he did. I got the, right there's the big spot hap. Same thing with him. He was holding his own, he wasn't getting bullied, but I figured over here he would have a better chance. Now right there is my, honestly I'm so impressed with this guy right here. He's the Apache. He was a complete turd in the other tank, and by turd I mean he was like dark brown, no color at all, and I almost was ready to give him away because I was like, man, what a waste of money with these, because he's a hybrid. My buddy over at AK Aquatics, he also claimed he had one, and I'm not too sure exactly how his looks, but I mean, if you get them by themselves, he's the dominant one in this tank, and he looks amazing. Like, I'm blown away by him. One of my favorite fish now is this guy. You know, just shows what can happen when they're, you know, on their own and with some smaller fish. They really color up. I mean, he actually gets more blue every single day. It's pretty amazing. But in here, you know, I have all the other peacock grow outs. Let me show you this guy here too. He was a guy I got from Pet Supply Plus. Had to think about it. I'll zoom out to show you how small he is. He's just a little guy. He was in a tank with a whole bunch of albino peacocks, and they were about 3 times the size, just beating the crap out of them non-stop basically as I was standing there. So as I was buying a couple of the algae eaters, he also got purchased. It was like $6, so we'll see how he turns out. I figured for $6 I saved his life. So we'll see how he goes. I mean, he looks pretty good. For being so small, it's probably hard to kind of tell on the film, but anyway, this is my 55-gallon. Let me see if I can back out here a little bit. I built a stand, of course, myself. Just some 2x4 construction. Got the canister filter underneath. Epsom salt for my grow out tank, which, or I'm sorry, the Epsom salt for my hospital tank, which obviously you can still see the spectabilis in there, right on my dresser. Yeah, I don't know how well it's coming out, but he's still in there. It's been 8 days. He's still living, still looking good, still no signs of bloat. If you walked in and seen him, you wouldn't know why he was in there. He just doesn't eat. I dropped a couple, cleaned the complete tank out, probably about an 80% water change today. Vacuumed everything out of the bottom, and just, you know, just nothing. Dropped pellets in, and he just wouldn't eat. So we'll see what happens with him. But it's my 55-gallon. I've got, well, you see the insulation there, but the light bar there that I've got attached with string. That's the Fluval Aqua Sky light. I got it at PetSmart or Petco as well. It's actually a pretty solid investment. I still have to get the glass top, which got that coming. But that's pretty much my 55-gallon setup here in the basement. Once I actually get my other daughter's room done downstairs, this will be going in her room. So she's kind of excited about that. But this is it, guys. This is what I'm working on. These guys are going to be, eventually when they get a little bit bigger, heading into the big tank, which I know a lot of you guys don't know my house, but basically you open up the door and right there's the big tank. So that's what these guys, that's what their dream is to get right over there with the big dogs here. So anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.